A mother and her teenage son were both found guilty of taking the life of a 17-year-old boy in a machete attack in South London. Nicola, 36, and her son Tyrese, 19, had been on trial along with 3 other teenagers over the death of Levi. On the evening of 10th of April, it said that the mother drove her son to the scene of an attack after becoming furious with the victim for repeatedly knocking on her door for her son. It was said in the Old Bailey court. It's definitely not strange behaviour for a mother to be protective of her children at all, and oftentimes you will see when pushed to the limits, mothers will go at the furthest extent to protect their kids, but on this occasion she went too far. They armed themselves with knives and decided to go on a ride out. They'd gathered a group of friends after learning the whereabouts of the victim in this case, who had allegedly been bothering the mother. They jumped out of a red 4x4 Jeep and a group of them chased the victim and one of his friends before he was caught and fatally stabbed. The attack in Sydenham took just 30 seconds before the group sprinted back to the waiting car driven by Leighton, the mother in this case. That evening when Levi, the victim, came knocking at the mother's address, the mother said she was furious and she rang police about it and told the police that if he came back she was going to batter them, him and his group of friends that were knocking at her home address. I'm not sure if they was just trying to find the son or how this situation actually came up for it to end up at her home address. But before she had phoned the police, she had contacted her son about the situation. The prosecution say that having heard from his mum that Levi and his friends come round to his mum's house and were bothering her, he railed the troops, meaning he gathered all his friends together and was going to do something about the situation. The mother admitted driving the boys to the scene but denied being aware they were armed, while her son claimed they only wanted to scare off the gang. Most of the attack was actually caught on CCTV, of which the mother could be heard encouraging the chasers to catch the boys, which is really sad. She claimed she was at the scene literally just taking them there, maybe to sort out the situation was her narrative, but yet on CCTV it showed her encouraging the situation and she was twice the age of anyone there. In court it was described on exactly what happened in the 30-second attack. They jumped out of the mother's distinctive 4x4 red Suzuki and some of the group chased Levi and one of his friends. Levi, the victim, who had autism and nerve damage which gave him drop foot, meaning he needed to walk with a crutch, was caught and fatally stabbed on the evening of April 10th. It said that the mother of Sydenham was found guilty of murder and having an offensive weapon. The son from Catford, South London, who previously admitted having a weapon, was cleared of murder but convicted of manslaughter by a majority of 10-2 after a jury deliberated for more than 40 hours. 2 youths aged 16 and 17 who also admitted having weapons were unanimously convicted of murder. Although a lot of people would say he was antagonising by coming to their house and causing trouble about the situation, I don't know the full story on that. But it was alleged that he turned up to the house numerous times, bothering the mother, looking for the son, and was armed with knives. I'm seeing allegedly, it was written on some articles I see that was the case. But he was completely outnumbered in this situation, which is absolutely horrible. Being chased by numerous people with weapons, and he had a problem as well, so he couldn't run properly. It's a very, very sad story, and rest in peace to the victim. As for the defendants, they're remanded into custody and will be sentenced on the 28th of January 2022. The jury was discharged after failing to reach a verdict on a charge of murder relating to another youth aged 15. A really crazy story today, guys. 30 seconds is all it took in this instant for a young man's life to be completely over. The mother also dragged into a situation she had nothing to do with just by being irritated by someone knocking at her door. Maybe had a bad day and just lashed out of control. It's just shocking to see some of the crimes that's been committed in the capital over the last year. It's just getting worse and worse. Hopefully next year is a better year because the increase in crime rate this year has been one of the worst we've ever had. which is a crazy thing because a lot of it we've been on national lockdown. If you guys want me to update you on the sentencing of the mother and her son next year, then leave a like below. It's going to come around quick. And also, let's finish off this video by saying rest in peace to the victim who lost his life way too soon in a brutal attack which the teenager was outnumbered in. There has been a GoFundMe set up for him that's only raised £330 out of the £25,000 goal for his family, who are grieving a lot right now. So if you guys can afford to, go over there and show some love. I'll leave a link in the description. You guys can subscribe to the channel with the notification bell if you're new, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Peace out.